So I always like to give back, and people come to me with some.
Hi, Jackie Ortman with Ortman Concrete. We are here again to celebrate our bricks of the community. We're always looking for that brick that helps us build and establish our foundations, and we have found one in Jeff, owner of Bob's Drive-In and Taco Truck.
Yep. Thanks, Jackie. Yeah.
Thanks for coming. I really
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of owning and running a business?
I do it as kind of me and my wife do it as kind of an investment, but it's kind of getting out there and seeing the people, and owning Bob's Drive was around since 1959. Everybody knows about Bob's, so kind of that name recognition of Bob's has been the best part for me so far. So,
awesome. Yeah, it is a staple in this community, and it's, everybody knows Bob's Drive-In, so
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool, and
Yeah.
congratulations on getting such a gem and to allow somebody to retire too. That's pretty
Sure,
cool.
right,
Small
absolutely.
business owner's dream. So
Right.
And you have to be a little bit crazy to try to do any of this stuff anyway. So
Oh,
I'm
sure.
assuming you're a little bit crazy.
Yeah, well, I should know better. My parents owned a restaurant actually for 60 plus years. My family did actually,
wow.
down in Festus called High Point.
Oh,
I don't know if you're
okay.
familiar with that or
Yeah.
not, but I grew up in it, so I should know better. They saw the struggles they went through, you
Yeah.
know, and I worked there when I was a kid and all that. And then finally, whenever it came to time for it to close down, they ended up selling to McDonald's and Walgreens down there, where the current Walgreens and McDonald's is in Festus now. So, I should have known better, but I saw the opportunity that it presented in front of me, and I had to take it. And my wife, initially she wasn't on board, but I think she's kind of
Well,
warmed
she
to
has to
the
be a
idea.
little bit crazy too
Sure.
to marry somebody.
Right, exactly. Yeah, right. And she works a full-time job as well, so
Yeah.
I know it's kind of tough, managing that between our three boys, our business, and our jobs.
Yeah.
And it's only getting crazier for us.
Yeah.
As they get older. So.
Definitely. Well, hopefully you got some built-in friends to work.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. So my kids, they work. My oldest and my middle one obviously work there, and then some of their friends, and my nephew, my niece, and their friends. A few of them have gotten on board. So.
Yeah. Well, and the struggle is real, folks. It is very difficult to find.
Yes.
Quality
Good
employees.
people, yes.
Yes.
You find plenty of people that will actually show up
Right.
and they don't like the business or don't want to be there, and they leave after a day, or they just come and check a box for employment.
Trust me.
Right?
Well, it takes a special kind of crazy to want to do what we do anyway
Sure.
in concrete flat work. So yes, we're very familiar with
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
And it's nice to have employees. I know when we've been to Bob's, they're always smiling and happy. It seems to be happy to be there.
Sure,
and
usually
stuff.
it is, yeah.
What has been the most memorable event or day that Bob's Drive-In or your taco truck's been a part of?
I would say probably when we first opened up, it was so hectic, and we had 100 people in the building, running around, and after that it was pretty much all downhill from there, and probably our busiest day we've ever had. We did a fish fry. Actually we were closed at the time because we closed for a month during the year in like February, and we had a fish fry. We had lines up all the way out to the highway, and then people wrapped around in orders, coming up out the wazoo, right, for that day. That was probably my most memorable day as far as business goes. But the most memorable day is the first day we opened up and we took ownership of it. So.
Oh, so yeah, you don't really forget that.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
it kind of sticks with you. I know one of the most memorables that I've seen there throughout the entire years. We were a part of the Cocoa for Christ kickback that you guys did, and I think that's awesome in this community. A lot of restaurants have done that in the past, but very few are doing it now, and you guys still do. So
Sure.
charities and that of the community that's supporting the community, you help them raise money for their organization, which also brings awareness to you. And we actually just did an interview with Cocoa for Christ and Olivia, and she's quite the little spitfire. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, we're happy to help out. I had 3 boys myself, and we did all kinds of fundraisers back, when they were younger, to help pay for their baseball, help pay for other kids' baseball that are on our team that maybe couldn't afford it. So I always like to give back, and people come to me with some sort of cause that is a worthy cause that will help benefit kids, especially, or any other type of charity. I'm always willing to help out and do that.
Awesome.
I'd like to give back like that. So.
Sound like a small business owner. So
Sure.
one thing we do not take advantage is the community that supports us, and keep that in mind. I've ordered from Amazon too, but if you can buy it local and from a small business, we are giving back to our community, and we do appreciate you more than you'll ever know. So I think that's awesome, and way to go on giving back, especially with being such new owner. I mean, that's a lot to do and manage and take on.
Right.
You know, a lot of times nobody would blame you for getting your feet on the ground, but then they wouldn't realize you were so crazy. So then, that would kind of ruin that reputation. So, well, you touched on it a little bit with your parents and grandparents with High Point and stuff. But what is your story? What is your why?
So as far as I opened in Bob's, I just love cooking. I love, helping, making people see that smile on people's face after they have a really good meal. And I mean, I didn't grow up on Bob's. I'm from Festus originally, but I always came up here and had Bob's Burgers. So seeing that smile on somebody's face after they have a really good burger, a really good milkshake, and is my why. And I like to, and my main why is my family, obviously. So to support them and all the sports that we play, and the Catholic education that we pay for to have our kids go to school. Having extra income that we can live comfortably and afford to buy all that, pay for all that stuff for our kids and our family, and that's the why for me.
Right. It's funny what kids do to you, huh?
Right. Yeah. Right. I mean, I probably live in a 10,000 square foot mansion if I didn't have my my kids' school, sports, shoes. I mean, gonna be a car here recently in the near future.
So do you have any advice you can give a new small business?
Just put people in the right place to help you out to be successful. We initially, had a person in place to run our business for us that, it didn't work out, and you should have seen the writing on the wall, but, you learn from your mistakes and you grow stronger for making those mistakes, right? And learning from that. So, just have the right people in place. And we're slowly finding out too that we can't be hands off, gotta be hands on with the business. Initially we want to be as hands off as much as possible, but it's not possible, especially when the margins are so slim, in the food industry, be hands on as much as possible, with managing that work-life balance or work-life balance, right? But that's the best advice I can offer.
I think that's awesome. So I think sometimes when you go into small business, or you go into business for yourself, you're your own worst critic, and you beat yourself up, and that actually leads many times to more mistakes. And there's not a business owner out there, I don't care how successful they are, that hasn't made a million mistakes. And it's those that learn from them that could keep going and succeed. And I know one year there was, I literally have a t-shirt that says the one word Jackie made a policy, because every time somebody did something goofy or something happened, we made a policy, and then we've revamped it and stuff, and we stick to those now because like you said, the writing on the wall, or I'm sure you're the same, but you see all the potential in others, and they don't always find it themselves. So you really do have to stick to your guns, but quit beating yourself up. You're okay. And find that support and the community and other small business owners, because there's certain things we just don't have to say. We already understand and know. So, and those that aren't small business owners wouldn't understand.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you supporting our community. And so I know I've seen the taco truck down at Pius. I've just seen it just about everywhere, and just what you do with the community and supporting those non-for-profits, especially the kiddo-run non-for-profits. And you'll have to meet, if you haven't already, but you'll have to meet Drew Davis with Crippling Hot Sauce. So sounds like that might be something that
might be
can
something
combine on that taco truck.
Collab with.
See what we do here with small business.
Absolutely.
So, I just want to thank you so much for joining us here at OCI and for being a brick in our community.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Till next time. Thanks.
See ya.